Hey everyone, this is Walter, and I'm back with more posts and stories from Reddit. It's once again time to cover the nice guys, men who are convinced that they're the nicest person that you'll ever meet. But when the nice guy loses his patience, the devil shivers. Let's get into it with nice guys from Reddit. These posts come to us from Reddit Nice Guys. It's Duz. You're still young and dumb, and live in the city, which is usually a pretty big indicator of people who don't really know much about the real world. But hey, I'd comfortably say that 95% of women get to like late 20s and early 30s and start being biologically drawn to real men. Not boys. The kind of guys you were talking about are boys. There's nothing wrong with liking them at your age, but trust me, your taste in men will change a lot when you get older. And it's not toxic masculinity, it's just masculinity. Masculinity and strong males are the backbone of societies. That's not just my opinion, that's fact. It's writing in every study or piece of literature about thriving societies ever. There's a distinct lack of real men these days. And that's why there's a lot of fucked shit going on at the moment. That's got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Men do have to be strong, mentally, physically, and emotionally. No, they don't. That's our biological job and role in society. And what do women have to be? Well, it depends if you're talking about like biological roles, or women nowadays can do whatever they want. There's no such thing as biological roles. I don't think you understand. So can men. What do you mean? Yes, there is. What's a biological role? I personally consider going on about how logical you are to be a red flag, because guys who do that tend to be some of the most emotional men in reality. I guess we'll see if this one remains logical. I seriously think you should do some reading. You have the logical knowledge of a brick, sweetheart. Get out of your lefty circles. You'll just be unhappy. You'll cuss me out now, but 30-year-old you will know I'm right, or you'll just be a sad, lonely, middle-aged woman. I couldn't care less. If you couldn't care less, then why are you texting me here? Because people like you are so wrong, and see the world through a narrow, manipulated, twisted, and uneducated lens that it legit gives me chest pains trying to talk to you. But I know if people like you don't hear sense sometime, you'll never change. Honestly, I'm done with this combo, but if you do just one thing, watch some Jordan Peterson. You're being lied to by so many people and systems. I feel like he never even came close to defining what he thinks a real man is. People like you are so wrong and see the world through such a narrow, manipulated, twisted, and uneducated lens. Whereas I, a very stable genius, get all my information from such intellectual luminaries as Jordan Chinese Cum Milker Peterson, and Andrew having sex with women is gay Tate. Men have to be XYZ. You have a narrow point of view. Oh, and I guess when she blocked him, he immediately started messaging her on Tinder. I thought he was done with the conversation. It's almost like you can't trust anything this guy says. Along with everything else this guy gets wrong, somehow living in cities is not the real world. More than half the global population, and around 80% of the US population, 75% in the EU, live in urban areas. Nothing more real than that. Yeah, saying cities aren't the real world is very puzzling, even for someone like this. Next, we have a two-part post about a guy wanting to go to a party. Hey, I just wanted to apologize straightforward for all the bullshit I've put you through. I'm sorry for the threats I made, and I'm sorry that I made the distance between you and blank further than it has ever been. I think we can all admit we are all in the wrong in some aspects, and some foul shit has been said and done between us. But I just want you to know, that isn't permanently how I'm going to see you. I have tried to take everything from the past and toss it behind me. And a little while ago, I reached the point where I don't think about the things that once bothered me. There are a lot of things that I know. Hi, I don't mean to be rude, but I think it's best for all of us if you don't come to my 420 party tomorrow. I don't think myself or my homies are ready, and I know there will be unnecessary conflict, and I'd like to avoid that. Thanks for understanding, and sorry. I'm sorry, but the invite says leave the drama at home. I'm going. It is a public place. I am going to be there. If it was a house party, then I'd understand. Oh, so he would be willing to not break into someone's house? That's nice of him. Imagine if no one wanted you at a party and you're just like, oh well, I'm gonna show up anyway. Like, why? But it's not. Not trying to start shit. I have no reason to talk to any of them. I will pretend they aren't there. Just know if they start some, I will protect myself. It's my party. I'm asking you not to come. It's really disrespectful for you to pull up, and if you do, you will be kicked out. I'm sorry. You owe me one after what you did. You can't just pull this night before after telling blank I can go until blank comes. So I'm going. Kick me out and see what happens. Leave the beef at home. I have hella friends going. Let me enjoy my 420 in peace. God, it almost sounds like he's the one not letting people enjoy their 420 in peace. What a delusional asshole already. I did not say that ever. I said Blank could come and that was it. This is my party. I put the effort into this. I am setting boundaries and you're being beyond disrespectful. Nah, you told Blank that it wasn't a good idea for me to come, but I couldn't until Blank comes. I understand you put effort into it. I'm not going to bother you guys. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. I know what I said. This is my party and you are not coming. But if you want to stop me from going, I can pull the same card you pulled on me. This apology did not mean anything to you then, did it? You were disrespecting my boundaries and I will not tolerate that. I do apologize, but if you want to disrespect my boundaries from allowing me to come to a party that's on everyone's story, I am asking you politely to not show up for your safety and for my own goddamn sake. Not inviting this guy to a party is disrespecting his boundaries apparently. Spoken like a true loser, I suppose. I don't fuck with that at all. It's literally my fucking party. I don't care who posted it. I'm the host. It's a public place. If you want to control who comes, have a party at a house. Blank ain't gonna stop me. If you want to play stupid games, you can win some stupid prizes. Leave the beef at home. If I go, I will leave the beef at home. If you don't let me, I'll send more problems. Snitches get stitches. At this point, I'm just like, fine, let this guy get jumped. He seems incredibly committed to becoming an episode of When Keeping It Real goes wrong. Me and Blank are a package deal. If I'm not coming, she's not going. Just saw the other side of this on your other post, and yikes, sorry you have to put up with him. But I gotta admit, I love how you not allowing him to come to a party is you disrespecting his boundary just because a bunch of people will be posting it. Also, is he threatening to not allow your sister or a friend to come if he doesn't? What a nightmare. Unsurprising you were looking into restraining orders. Yes, bro. My sister and I even stopped talking because he came between our friendship. I wish I could compress everything he did into one post. But that is genuinely impossible. He's threatened to ruin my life countless of times. I don't get the hype about him. Man, call me an internet tough guy, but I think me and this guy would have some fucking physical issues if this was the situation and he acted like this. Let's read a few more comments and then there's the sequel, I think. Is there hype about him? For what? Sucks about your sister though. Hopefully one day she leaves him and y'all can start to recover your relationship. Fuck him for getting in the way of it and being such a whiny baby about it all too. My sister just loves him so much, and I don't understand why after everything he's done to hurt both of us. I love her very much, and I can't force her to break up with someone. All I can do is hope she sees his behavior and finally gets tired of it. I know she is, but he can be really scary. He doesn't get his way, this and much worse will come out of it. He's a piss baby who throws a temper tantrum when he doesn't get his way and doesn't care who's involved. Well, let's see what happened after this exchange. It's Blank. I just want to sort shit out. I don't want any issues. I know I was immature as fuck about the party, and I'm sorry. It was your party, and I understand now. Sometimes things don't process for me in the moment. I think we really should talk and get rid of these hard feelings that we still clearly have for each other. I just want shit to be at least neutral. I want to see the new Blank been talking about. Nothing? So it's clear you don't even want to try, I guess? Hello? Can you say something? Do you even care? You're fucked up for not saying anything, man. I'm just trying to fix shit, and you're simply showing you don't care. Blank feels stuck in the middle, and she doesn't know what to fucking do. You're putting her in an uncomfortable spot by not responding when I'm trying to fix shit. Silence is only going to cause more problems in the long run. I give up fast. I have little patience. Is it just me, or does everything this man-child says sound vaguely like a threat? At this point, it's pretty funny watching him get all pissy when someone doesn't respond to him. I know you are active. You can open my messages. Don't be shy. Nice job. Digging your grave deeper. Hey buddy, you don't need a restraining order. I don't want to talk to you anyways. Hey, I just sent you a couple dozen desperate messages. I didn't actually want to talk to you. Yeah, that checks out. You don't need to restrain me from something I don't want anything to do with, lol. You sure did a good job giving me this chance, because Blank can really see how genuine you are, with your fake-ass lies, saying how you want to hang out with both of us at some point. You don't give a fuck. Nice job burning more bridges. You tend to be good at that. This guy looks pathetic to me. Tries to go to a party no one wants him at and then gets ghosted afterwards. It's a wonder why no one likes him if he's this hyphy all the time. I know I was really immature about your party. Now watch me be immature about everything else. You're fucked up for making me face accountability for my shit behavior. I'm not even sure this guy counts as a nice guy from the posts, but I do find him really annoying, so good enough. Is this your sister's boyfriend? So curious to know what he did that got him uninvited in the first place. He threatened to ruin my life while being intoxicated on cough syrup, told my sister she has to choose between us, attempts to contact me through her social media, after asking to be left alone countless of times. I could go on, but I think you get the point. Yikes, it's so frustrating when your sibling is with a total loser. My sister found her husband hiding a secret cell phone not once, not twice, but 3 times, and she still didn't believe he was actively cheating on her. Thank God he eventually got tired of waiting for her to get fed up with catching him and just filed for divorce himself. Sounds cold of me, but she remarried and is 1,000 times happier now. I feel like we still haven't seen enough red flags, so it's time for a very recent post from the Wern. I haven't been in a real relationship in 13 years. You're damn right I'm not trying to fuck up, but if you expect perfection from an imperfect being, you're perfectly entitled to walk out that door and see how imperfect these perfect people are. Because there's a lot of these perfect people that only have sociopathic empathy for themselves. I won't even bat an eye. I'll be sad to see you go, but I won't dwell on it long. There's a billion people who wouldn't walk the other way. All I need is one. I don't cheat, I'm not abusive, I'm funny. I bring a certain refreshing honesty to the relationship. I'm also not going to force you to name 3 metal bands if I see you wearing a heavy metal t-shirt. Or to get really, really drunk in order for you to fuck me just because you're a woman and my entire male existence is locker room, but I'm not perfect. We will probably have conversations you might not want to have. If you can say you're interested, then you're perfect. If you're good looking and can have an interesting conversation with me, I'm but a simple man. If there's a billion people who find Lucas acceptable, it's kind of weird how he's been single and actively searching for 13 years now. This guy says he's not abusive, but he does have a domestic violence charge. It's from 2012, but also it's from the last relationship he was in, so keep that in mind. I'd probably buy you sushi on our first date if I get this job and found you to be the lady I'd want. If you don't like that, everyone likes pizza. I'm the type of person that will walk up to the store for you to buy you a snack if you send me because you're in a wheelchair with an amputated foot and can't make it. It's no big deal. You're struggling. I get it. It's not a problem in the least. I'm tired of theists saying atheists are evil. I'm not saying Lucas Werner is evil, but I will say that he only ever does anything in the interest of getting laid. Even things that seem like genuine interests like board games, it's still an attempt to get laid somehow. This last one is from Reddit Just Neckbeard Things. This idea that marrying young is some kind of insanity, that regular normal men who desire younger girls are somehow insane and sick horrible monsters is just insane and very recent. Insane and sick horrible monsters? This guy's setting up a straw man here. I just think it's creepy to exclusively go after much younger women. Today, it's completely okay to cut your penis off, get breast implants, and pump yourself full of hormones and prance around pretending to be a woman. That's totally cool. Or having a 4-way orgy in a truck stop bathroom is also okie dokie, totally normal and cool. But a normal man who likes young females is just insane. Cut off his balls and burn him. He's a monster. Just shows you what kind of insane clown world we live in. This is Sodom all over again. This world is upside down and backward in literally every way. As far as marriage, biology, not some arbitrary age pulled out of a hat by some fat POS politician, has always been and should always be the determination of when a girl can marry. Allah created woman with a literal built-in clock to tell them when they're ready to get married and begin having sexual relations. First off, gross. It's extremely young, obviously. Second, this guy went off about trans women for no reason in a completely unrelated post. They must live rent-free in his head, huh? This guy about to start rambling on telomeres. Words like these make me irrationally angry. Thousands upon thousands of young girls die every year around the world because they are forced to birth children before being even remotely ready for it. Many of the poor souls who survive are left with fistulas, torn genitals, and other terrible issues. Not to mention the mental and emotional scarring they may also suffer as a consequence. Yet we should totally allow it, because this guy is turned on by children, and his needs are perfectly justifiable, while being transgender and having consensual group sex is clearly appalling. Someone in their 20s that wants a girl in her mid-teens is wrong. Because they don't want them for love, companionship, all he wants them for is a vessel to breed. If you talk to a 14-year-old girl, it is very clear that they're still a child, and wouldn't be prepared for that level of responsibility. And to be fair, I think I need to hear from a Muslim calling him an idiot too. I'm a Muslim too, and this guy is a total idiot, trying to desperately prove something with nothing but nonsense. He's a clear example of someone who will do exactly what his grandfather told him, without even thinking or trying to learn some facts. He's like 2 + 2 = 0, because my father said. Now I'll tell that to everyone and say that Allah has created us to do math like this, and what you all are doing is wrong. At least try to learn about your religion from your holy book and not some random guy on YouTube with a 30-minute video. Once again, yeah, this post was completely disgusting. Anyway, I think that's about all the time I have for you today. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you liked the video, please give it a like. If you have something to say, make sure you let me hear it in the comments. I'll be here reading them while the video's new. If you're new here, consider subscribing for more of the same, and possibly some more lolcow content soon. Big thanks to my amazing patrons, as always, who help me support myself over on Patreon. It's a big help. I'll be back soon with some more stories, I think. Have a great day, everyone, and don't crash any 420 parties you aren't invited to.